Okay.
So when people come into the room, even though for the webinar platform, it's going to be pre-recorded and it's just going to run over and over again, you still want to make it feel like people are popping into your room. So when you're starting, even if no one is there, obviously when you're recording at home no one's going to be there, but you're going to act like people are there. Hey, we're just going to give a few more seconds to let people join. Thank you for those that were on time. I truly appreciate your efforts, your timing, impeccable timing, and I'm so glad you're here today giving us your valuable time to learn about financial empowerment. I hope you leave here with something that is going to change your future, your financial future. My name is Imrana Begg. Just a few more seconds and we'll start again. So that way, people are, seeing that, okay, you're welcoming them in. There's people listening. If someone can admit Amy, I have a couple co hosts, please.
Got it.
Okay, perfect. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and start. Appreciate again everyone for joining. My name is Imrana Beg. I'm a financial advisor, I'm a wealth strategist and retirement strategist. Now, you all can say that. You can say wealth strategist, retirement strategist. Don't say advisor. You can say insurance agent, but a wealth strategist and retirement strategist sounds really cool. So I'm a retirement strategist. I help people with their retirement. Today, we're going to be going over the financial empowerment blueprint. This is basically for everything related to your finance house. It's a 7-step system to protect your money, reduce your taxes, and build generational wealth. So, right now, we have a massive illusion of financial security, and most of America does. Financial stress is at an all-time high, even among high earners. Making good money is fundamentally different from building a secure financial structure. We all know inflation is at an all-time high and it has been at an all-time high for a few years. We all know that the cost of living is going up. We also know that the paycheck is not matching this inflation. The paycheck is not matching the cost of living. And here we are in a major, major problem where 63% of Americans today are living paycheck to paycheck. This is an actually depressing number. That's most of America. 57% have less than $1,000 saved over for emergencies. That's that's pretty sad. That means that if, God forbid something happens the next month, you could be out on the streets. It's a real struggle out there. And the number one problem financially for most Americans still remains to be healthcare, which is remaining to be the leading cause for bankruptcies amongst families. Myself and my family have gone through this as well, where healthcare is detrimental. It's expensive. Things come out of pocket. Insurance is expensive. So we're all kind of stuck in this twilight zone and you can't get out because, well, money is kind of hard to come by right now. Here's the anatomy of a fragile plan. And unfortunately, many of us are exposed to the fragile plan. The biggest financial mistake is focusing entirely on investment returns while ignoring the broader financial architecture. True financial success requires multiple pillars working together. What does this mean? This means that you may be working with a financial advisor, you may be working with someone that helps you with your investments, or you may be doing investments yourself. But what you're not doing is you're not having a team of people who know their way around, tax strategies. They know how to help you with market crashes when they happen. What is something to help from not going into that kind of situation? Maybe protecting you from health events. An investment strategy without protection, without tax efficiency, and without estate planning is structurally compromised. Thankfully, this is what we do. We're going to help you with that. So, when you're constructing a wealth fortress, this is your life. Imagine you have a fortress and you need these layers. You need all of these layers to function at an optimal level. That way, you won't have any damage to your home, to your financial home. Number one, I don't know why people don't talk about this, but this is extremely important. Number one, you need to make sure your foundation is solid. And how do you do that? By having a life insurance strategy. We focus too much on growth, on interest, and all of these things. When you don't have insurance, you should not be looking at those things. First, get your insurance taken care of. Make sure everybody is covered in the house. We will help you figure out the holes in your insurance policies, right? If you already have one, show it to us. Let me see if it's enough for you. Because what happens is some people think they have a policy, it may have been a term policy, and now it's expired and no one's covered. That happens all the time. So let's take a look at what you have. Make sure your foundation is solid. Then you're going to build on that. You're going to build the second level, which is high quality retirement planning. We got to see, are your 401ks enough? Is your Social Security going to be enough? Relying on Social Security is not a solid plan. I'm sorry to say. Maybe if you're closer to retirement, it could still be okay. But as we know, Social Security may not be around 20, 30 years from down the line. So depending on your age, this is something that we really need to take a look at because this is going to be how you survive. Number 3, strategic tax planning. What you don't know is you could be exposed to up to 30% in taxes when you retire. All of the money that you accumulate is going to be taken into account. So we're not preparing for taxes in the future. And tax is not something that's settled. It's not going to be the same tax rate 20 years from now. It can change. It gets voted on. It changes according to who's in the government. Okay. That's the mortar of your fortress. Then you go into health and retirement healthcare. Number one problem that happens when you retire is obviously you're getting older, things are falling apart, you're going to get sicker, and you're going to need health. So, are we planning for that? Are we planning for long-term care? Are we making sure all of these things are taken care of so we're not worried about the future? Yeah, when we're young and healthy, we don't think about it, but our 85-year-old selves are going to be really thankful if you think about it now and plan for it now. Then comes the estate planning. This is your vault, okay? You got to make sure you got a secret code in there, you lock it up and you make sure everything is finalized. Who gets what happens when you pass away, what happens if you're not able to make decisions. All of these things are going to come into play during your estate planning phase. We do have that department as well. Debt optimization. What if you're in debt? Let's figure this out. Maybe we can consolidate that debt. We have that program as well. And then on top of it, we have partners that do professional investment guidance. Some of us are doing this backwards. Some of you are going into, investments headstrong and thinking, "Oh, I'm going to get rich." But you didn't build the structure properly. Make sure your structure is standing correctly. Investment is at the top tier, but it needs to have a very solid foundation, which comes from insurance strategies. So we can help you with all of these levels. Your step 1 is the foundation of protection, life insurance. Life insurance is not just a safety net, it's a dynamic wealth building tool used by the financially elite. This is not your grandfather's insurance model. Insurance has always been like, hey, if someone passes away, the beneficiary gets a paycheck. There's a little more to it than that. And mostly the financially elite, the ones that actually know and have money and have, use these systems to protect their assets, they know. And now we need to know that you need to protect your finances by using insurance. There are high quality products into play that you don't even know about. And when you sit with us in a discovery session, you're going to learn so much. Bucket 1 is the protection bucket. This is going to be for your income replacement, your mortgage protection plans. There's a second bucket, which is your living benefits bucket. What is this? This is tax advantage wealth and legacy planning. You need to make sure 2 buckets are deployed, not just one. So if you don't make sure your buckets are completely, filled properly, the holes are not there, nothing is leaking, then you won't have the number. 40% of families would face immediate financial hardship if something were to happen. That's pretty crazy numbers. Step 2, high quality retirement planning. So why traditional plans fail? This is the regular plans that you have, like your 401k. If you're a teacher, maybe your TSP or your 403b. If you're a military professional or a government employee, it may be your TSP, which is all basically like a 401k plan. A lot of people, we come across a lot of individuals, some of them that have been in the army and they've served their time and they don't think they're going to get taxed. Yes, they will. They don't think their money is exposed in the market. Yes, it is. We're telling you it is. So your traditional plans are completely exposed to market volatility, and they have exposure to taxes in retirement, which we don't even know the tax rate when you retire, and the probability of running out of income. We don't know what that's going to look like. We have no idea. You may run out of income. Say you retire at 65. You think you have enough money. What if you run out by 75, but you're going to live till 90? What are we going to do? Are we going to eat cat food? Are we going to go to the food pantry? Are we going to live with family? You got to plan this out, because that could be absolutely depressing in the future. Your future self will be so upset with you that you didn't plan for this. So, what we provide are index strategies. What does that mean? That means that it's linked to market growth. It's not completely exposed to the market. Our products are not completely exposed to the market, they're linked to it. So if the market goes up, as you can see in the picture, when the market goes up, the stair step model will take you up. But when it starts dropping, the model will even out. That means you don't lose money, but you're just stable. You just stay straight. But when the market starts to go up again, your plan starts to move up. A little more steady is you're not going to see the sharp increases, but you're also not going to experience the sharp drops or any drops, actually. So, what these plans do is they protect you from market loss. You have a 0% floor, meaning when the market is crashing, your plan is not getting affected at all. But your traditional plans, oh, yes, they're completely exposed. Also, it's tax advantage income. How cool is that? So we check off a lot of good boxes. That's why this is such an important webinar that you're attending, because you may not know about these opportunities because nobody really educates you. There's very few people that have a true understanding of what insurance products can do for your future. Step 3 is your strategic tax optimization. Many Americans pay more taxes than mathematically necessary. Advanced legal strategies can reduce tax liabilities by 40% for high income W 2 earners, business owners, and large retirement account holders. So we have within our partnership, we have tax strategists that are going to help you. If you're paying a tax bill of 30K or more, you need to talk to us. What if I can help you reduce it by 40%? What we're going to do is we're going to diversify your tax strategies. We're going to be proactive in income shifting to lower tax brackets. We're going to be strategic and make sure we put it into tax advantage retirement withdrawals. So we're not reactive, we're proactive in our approach when it comes to taxation. You don't want to be reactive because you're already there. You're already having to pay the massive tax bill, and now you're just trying to stop the bleed. Why not make sure you are secure so a bleed does not happen in your retirement planning? Step 4 is a defensive perimeter for healthcare. Like we said, health issues are inevitable when you become a senior. A structured healthcare plan can specifically protect retirement savings, ensures long-term financial stability, and shields families' assets from being liquidated for care. So we are going to help you. We are also health licensed. We can make sure that either us or our partners are working together so we protect your assets during health crisis. Maybe do an estate plan, protect your home, all of the above. We can help you with that. We can plan ahead for these things. Step 5 is sealing the vault with estate planning. Like I mentioned, you need to have an estate plan. Most Americans don't. We just kind of leave it up to faith. Everything else will be handled. Some of us are depending on the child that doesn't really care about us. Let's not do that. You got to make sure that you're not completely exposed to the probate funnel. Probate is terrible. You're going to lose 5 to 10% in court cost, delays, public records. Your family's going to get far less. They're going to fight for it for maybe 2 to 3 years. It's terrible. Instead, why not make sure your 100% of your wealth that you're going to leave behind is intact and it's private? How are you going to do that? By properly estate planning. We have wills, trust, power of attorney, special needs trust. All of this is ready to go for you to really make you a powerful fortress by making all these plans work together. Then we have load distribution and debt optimization. So if you have debt that is really crippling, let's work on consolidating that. So let's recapture cash flow and reduce your interest and help you take care of that debt so you can have a more, freed up critical cash flow and accelerate your wealth building. That's what we want to do. We want to throw more funds into your wealth building tools. Then step 7, the master builders. Successful investors do not work alone. I'm sure multimillionaires and billionaires they're not working with one financial advisor. Okay. They're working with a family office. What does a family office do? Everything. They manage everything. Why not you also have that type of work happening for you? A holistic approach requires professional investment guidance, strategic asset allocation, rigorous risk management, long term growth planning, market analysis, tax alignment. So, some of our partners will help you with your investments so you can grow your wealth. Okay. Now, we also offer business owner wealth strategies. If you're a business owner, you need a structured protection, okay, or structured protection focuses on key person insurance to ensure corporate survival. You don't need to be completely depleted and be in some kind of problem when a person that you rely on passes away or leaves or whatever. You have insurance in play to make sure that you can cover someone. You can cover that period and not fall apart as a company. You can have buy sell agreements, executive bonus strategies, or if you have two partners, cover each other. So that in that case, what if one partner passes away and she's the brains behind the business, but the husband doesn't know anything? Okay, he's been a house husband all this time, and now he becomes your partner. Now what? That's not a good idea. You want to make sure you have insurance in place so you can buy out that share and still handle your business properly. Panel 2 is internal fortification, your company benefit planning. We do all of this. We are benefit providers, life insurance and health insurance packages, high value retirement plans, wealth building for owners and key employees, all of that. We also have infinite banking. If you want to be your own bank, this is the tool. Instead of a leaky bucket and going traditional banking, losing interest to the bank, you close that loop and you have a private tax advantage policy where wealth is kept inside your family, inside your business. Be your own bank is a new concept that's really taking fast speed to the top. A lot of young investors, savvy investors are utilizing this product. So we got to diagnose that, hey, is your financial wealth structure secure? So we're going to have a financial empowerment scorecard. We're going to check on your investments, your insurance. First, of course, your insurance. Remember, that's your foundation, your retirement planning, your taxes, your health, your estate planning, your debt. We're going to take a look at everything and see, hey, do we have the right life insurance structure? Is your retirement income mathematically protected? Are you paying too much in taxes? Do you have a good strategy for healthcare? Is your estate planning fully complete and funded? So if any of these questions that you're answering, there's a no, you have to have a meeting with us. It's not should I, it's I need to. You really do, because you cannot afford to have a crack in your scorecard or a crack in your shield. Because how are you going to be able to be defensive if your defense is broken? So your financial empowerment strategy session with me is it's not going to take a long time, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It's a comprehensive review of your current strategy and what we can do to improve it. We're going to identify critical gaps and construct a personalized 7-step financial roadmap. We're going to look at all of your 7 steps to make sure they're all checked off so you feel like you have a peace of mind. And again, this is all complimentary. So what's the harm? Obviously nothing. There's no cost to it. Let us take a look at what you have and let us fix everything for you and make sure you feel confident in your strategy now. All right, anyone have a question, please write down below. If not, we're going to go ahead and end this call. And then you guys can hang out pretending to answer some questions if you want. You can just, say, well, thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. On the bottom, there is a link to my calendar. Please go ahead and make an appointment. And then we'll be connecting with you very soon and have that, your booking calendar, right? Or have them have your funnel to make an appointment So they go into an email structure. Some of you that have go high level would be using your funnel because, well, it connects with them better. Okay, so that one we are done with. Any questions?